All right, let's talk about something that I think drives every single Windows user crazy, that slow, agonizing wait when you first turn on your computer. Well, today, we're going to fix that. We're going to transform that slow boot into instant action by truly mastering your startup programs.
It's this classic battle that plays out on your desktop every single morning. It's a real tug of war, right? Do you go for the convenience of having all your apps just pop up, ready to go, or do you crave the raw speed of a clean, lightning-fast boot up?
I mean, on one hand, it's awesome to have your calendar or your chat app open and just waiting for you. But on the other, as more and more programs invite themselves to that startup party, your computer can slow down to an absolute crawl. The good news? We're going to show you how to get the best of both worlds.
Okay, let's dive right in with our first big solution. And forget about digging through complicated settings menus. There is a brilliant, super simple command that puts you in direct control of your own personal startup experience.
That's right, you don't need any special software to decide which apps you want to launch when you log in. Windows actually has this little built-in shortcut, kind of like a secret password, and it's incredibly powerful and so easy to use. And here it is, Shell Startup. Now, I know it might look a little technical, but trust me, it's pure magic. This command is your direct key, your VIP pass, to a special folder where Windows looks for programs to launch just for your user account. So how do you use it? It couldn't be simpler. Seriously. First, just press the Windows key and the R key at the same time. That brings up the little run box. Second, type in Shell Startup and hit Enter. And boom, the folder just appears. Now all you have to do is find the shortcut for the app you want, like your calendar or whatever, and just drag it right into that folder. That's it. Next time you boot up, that app will be ready and waiting for you. But what if you're setting up a computer for your family or maybe for an office, and you need a certain app to launch for every single person who logs in? Well, this is where a seemingly simple task can turn into a massive, massive headache. See, that personal startup folder we just found? That was easy. But the All Users folder, that's buried in a totally different, much trickier location. And it has a trap that can stump even some pretty experienced users. And hey, don't just take my word for it. We found this quote on a Microsoft support forum from a user who is trying to do this exact thing. It just perfectly captures the frustration. 5 hours. Can you imagine? 5 hours wasted on finding a single folder. That is an entire afternoon just gone, lost to a setting that really should be simple. So what's the deal? Why is it so hard to find? Well, it's not a bug or anything. It's actually a deliberate choice by Windows to hide this folder, and it causes a world of pain if you don't know the secret.
And this right here is the whole problem. The folder you need is inside a directory called Program Data. The trap? The Program Data folder is hidden by default. You can go to your C drive and look all day, and you just will not see it. It's totally invisible.
But we are not going to let you waste 5 hours. No way. Here's the fix. Just open any File Explorer window, click on the View tab right at the top, and look for a little checkbox that says Hidden Items. Check that box. Instantly, all the secret folders, including Program Data, will just appear, and you can find your way to that startup folder in seconds.
Okay, so we've learned how to add programs. Let's flip the coin now and talk about the other side of this. Taking back control by getting rid of all the unwanted stuff that's slowing you down. Because for every one app you actually choose to add, there are probably a few that added themselves to your startup without even asking. These are the real culprits, the party crashers slowing down your system. It's time to evict them. Your command center for this whole operation is the Task Manager. It's super easy to get to. Just right-click a blank space on your taskbar and pick Task Manager. Once it's open, click on the Startup Apps tab. You'll see a list of every single program that launches with Windows. See something you don't need right away? Just right-click on it and hit Disable. Problem solved. So what about those apps we added ourselves with the Shell Startup command? Well, reversing that is even easier. You just use the command again to pop open the folder, and then you just delete the shortcut you put in there. Simple as that. All right, we have covered a lot of ground here, from adding programs just for yourself to disabling those annoying unwanted apps. Let's pull it all together into a simple, powerful toolkit you can use anytime you want. So here's your new toolkit, nice and simple. To add an app just for you, use that magic Shell Startup command. If you need it for all users, remember to unhide your folders so you can get to the program data path. To disable all those unwanted apps, your best friend is the Task Manager. And to reverse a manual add, just delete the shortcut. 4 simple rules for total control.
And that brings us to the big question for you. Now that you have the complete toolkit to master your Windows startup, what are you going to do? Think about your own machine. Which app are you going to add to make your day just a little bit smoother? And maybe more importantly, what piece of clutter are you finally going to disable to get that speed back? The power is all yours now.